Hello everyone. Today we will be seeing how to create diagrams as a code. So as a solution architect or as an application architect, many the times you might have created some architecture diagrams which you have to maintain in some shared folders or in a version control repository. And then you have to collaborate with some of your peers and colleagues where they'll also be updating the diagram. So have you ever faced that situation where the version that you have developed has gone out of control and you are struggling to revert it back to the version that you have created? So the problem is most of the times we create the diagrams and we upload it as JPEGs or in the form of XML. But think of a scenario where you can write a code to generate the diagrams. So in this picture, I have a GCP architecture, cloud architecture diagram, and the interesting fact is it's not drawn using draw.io or Visio. Rather, it is generated by a Python code. So do you believe that? Yes, you heard it right. So there is a Python library with which you can create architecture diagrams, and it supports multiple clouds and multiple deployment environments. Perhaps you can also customize it by creating or by developing your custom components for the diagram. So today we will see in detail how to create diagrams using Minigrammer's diagrams library, which is also called as diagram as a code. Diagrams website. So if you could see, it says like you can draw your cloud system architecture in Python code, and as of now it supports all the major cloud providers including AWS, Azure, GCP, Alibaba Cloud, Oracle Cloud, and you can even create Kubernetes diagrams by writing some piece of code. If you get into their documentation, so there you could see the installation instructions and some examples, and then this is the key part that we need to look into. So there are four major components in the diagrams library. So first one, the diagrams assets, which you will be importing from the diagram component in Python, and it is the primary object which represents the entire diagram. The second object is nodes, which represent a particular system or component in your diagram. So be it Cloud Run or be it AWS Lambda or be it an RDBMS, all those components or systems or applications are represented by these nodes object. Third one is the clusters object, where it allows you to cluster a group of components or nodes. So let's say like you have a Cloud Run, you have a database, and then you want to group it together in the form of cluster, very similar to this, right? In this example, they have a primary database and then couple of replicas together, they have formed a DB cluster. So this is the third key object in diagrams. The last one is the edges, which represents the connectors between the nodes, and it allows you to customize as per your needs, the color of the connector, the thickness of your connector, any text that needs to be added to the connector. Those things can be customized in the edges um, component. Okay. To use diagrams, first you need to install Graphs. In your laptop, if you are using Mac, you can use Homebrew. So type brew install Graphs. This is a dependency for Minigrammer's diagrams tool, um, and it is an open source visualization graph visualization software basically. If you are using Linux, try sudo apt install, and if you are using Windows, try chocolatey. Okay, so let's do that. Unfortunately, I'm using Mac Yum one, so let me issue this. So now you have installed Graphus diagrams library using pip. So I'm issuing pip install diagrams command, and this would install the diagrams library in your Python virtual environment. So perhaps if you're using PyCharm, then probably you can go to the Python packages, and then you can look for please let us know from which country you are watching in the comment
Diagrams,
section, and then we
install
will
it.
give you a special mention in our next video. So now let's write a piece of code to generate the GCP architecture diagram which we have seen in the first slide. Okay, so after installing the diagrams library, I need to import few components from the diagrams library. So if you see here, I have imported the cluster, diagram and edge objects from the diagrams library, and then the nodes will be CDN DNS load balancing of GCP network run from cloud compute and SQL from GCP database. The first thing is you need to create a diagram with a name. So I have given GCP cloud architecture as the name, and here I have given show as true. So it means that if you enable show equal to true, by executing this Python code, you will see the diagram getting created and it opens in a window. If you make it to false, it will be silently creating the diagram as a PNG file in your class path. Okay, so then I create a DNS object, and then internally again I'll be creating a cluster for product X, which will in turn have clusters of services and database. So I have a couple of cloud and services named APIs and capability, and then a database cluster. The arrow mark in the edges is determined using the left shift and right shift operators, and flow is the variable that is created for a cluster, and the node objects are assigned to it. Run this. See, it has created an architecture diagram for you. So this is a really a cool library and a package wherein you can easily maintain versions of your diagrams by writing pieces of. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and for more videos related to software technology, please subscribe to our channel Maze Tech Geek. Thank you.